world we know it is falling into darkness and madness. The downfall of society is quickly approaching. The earth is crumbling beneath our feet.
Stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't gotten a single good night's sleep the past 2 months, and that is a direct result of these videos. I have been spending every waking moment and well into the night investigating the inner workings of Happy Meat Farms. Light-skinned Sherlock Holmes has poured his blood, sweat, and tears into this investigation because if anybody's gonna take over the world and stir up a little bit of chaos, it's gonna be me. Every single time I close my eyes, I hear the gentle cries of the lost souls in the YouTube comment section aggressively whispering new Alex Bale theory into my ear 24/7, and I'm starting to go mad. At first, this was all fun and games to me, but the Muse has officially made this personal because it is now affecting the behavior of my family. The other day, I was trying to warn my mom that Happy Meat Farms is performing human experiments and dysmorphing them into unidentifiable demonic beings that are forcing humans to create Spongebob theories against their will. Now, all of a sudden, my mom just started reading books on how to raise adult children with psychological problems. She's never done that before, and this is all because of the Muse. And now I'm seeing that apparently a robot invasion is going to take over after all of my warnings against the creations of robots, dude. Nobody wants to listen to me. This is going to end terribly. We are all doomed. SpongeBob conspiracy number 7, the robot invasion theory. I hope every single one of you has a snack and you're comfortable and you have a buddy with you because we've got about 30 minutes of pure and utter madness.
Alright, so I admit it, some of my theories have been a little crazy lately. I mean, goofy goober, alien
Gee,
death
man,
cult
what makes you
theory,
say that?
Pearl's dead mother theory. Let's maybe try
Just a little bit, right? Only a little bit crazy.
There is a secret robot invasion happening in Bikini Bottom! Everywhere you look, robots have integrated themselves into society, kidnapping and replacing people with robot cyborgs, waiting for their chance to rise up and start the robot apocalypse. This is not a joke, I repeat, the robots are coming.
It happens every time. It happens every time. Every time robots are introduced into any society ever, they always end up overthrowing the human race and taking over. And I keep trying to tell people about this. This is a terrible idea, but nobody wants to listen to me. And now they've invaded Bikini Bottom, and it's already too late.
The robots are coming.
This is the robot invasion theory.
I'd have swatted that to the bleachers.
Alex. Alex.
Oh. Sorry, what?
You okay, dude?
Look at this, man. Look at this group of degenerates at a local park just snurfing darfs, bro. Just getting absolutely zooted.
Oh. Sorry, what?
You okay, dude?
Just passing the
yeah,
blicky
sorry,
around.
I've just got a lot on my mind lately.
How's the Spongebob theorizing going?
It's good. It's good. I'm actually thinking about maybe stopping.
Why? They're huge.
Yeah, I mean, people watch them. It's just, I didn't go to film school for 3 years just to make SpongeBob theories forever.
Yeah, but I
Okay,
mean,
that's
it's
fair.
just something you're doing now. Doesn't mean you have to do them like forever.
It's easy for you to say. I mean, what, you're a year out of film school? And
Yeah,
you're
it's easy for you to say, ma'am. It's not like you have a demonic, evil, possessed, mutated cow human creature holding you against your will, holding you hostage, forcing you to make these against your life, okay? That's so easy for you to say, ma'am.
Forever.
It's easy for you to say. I mean, what, you're a year out of film school and you're already directing commercials?
Yeah, but I didn't go to film school to make commercials either. It's just something I'm doing for now. I like SpongeBob.
Can I be in a commercial?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, these videos also just, they take a lot to make. Not sure if I'm up for it anymore.
Dude, up for it? You just like watching cartoons all day. That sounds awesome. I would kill to have as many followers as you, man. I'd be set. I've been trying to get my film funded for months, and I still have nothing.
Only they knew.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty sweet gig you got there.
Hey, it's time for another...
Oh boy, bro! Woo-wee! Dude, this is getting spicy, bro! Dude, I'm already on edge. I'm already on edge, bro. I'm starting to vibrate a little bit, dude. My insides is feeling a little tingly, bro, and we haven't even gotten into the start of the theory yet, dude.
Hey, it's time for another SpongeBob conspiracy. Wow, I just realized I've been making SpongeBob videos for over a year now. Definitely did not think that I'd still be making these a year later. But it's all worth it, right? Because you guys love them, and I love making them, and they're super easy to make. The sponsor. Time to talk about today's sponsor. Do you like intense, action-packed mobile games? Epic rosters with hundreds of characters to play and bosses?
It's not Happy Meat Farms. We're good. We're all right.
Well, then you'll love Wine from Bright Cellars. You know, after a long day of SpongeBob theorizing, I like to crack open a nice cold wine.
Nah, getting a little classy now. Divine.
Red.
What is that, a nice
But here's the
Chardonnay?
thing. I don't really know anything about wine. That's why it's good. Bright Cellars has got my back. Bright Cellars is a monthly wine subscription service that helps people discover wines that they'll love. First, you just take a quick personality quiz, then they send you a box of wines specifically based on your taste. Each wine comes with educational cards that tell you how to best serve it.
So not only has Alex Bale ruined my childhood and put my life at risk at the hands of an evil corporation, but now he is also trying to turn me into an alcoholic, man. What a great role model. This seems like a very wonderful service, Alex. Thank you.
What to pair it with.
Is there any type of promo code?
You know yourself. This is the
we got a discount?
Very good, very good. I'm getting a little bit of peaches, which is nice.
Okay,
Kind of reminds me of the...
Sounds delicious.
The peach cobbler my mom used to make me as a kid. Bright Cellars, they always know. They always know.
They always know.
A little bit of apricots too.
Getting a little bit of grape in there.
Like the first kiss I ever had at the Sadie Hawkins dance. Apricot lipstick. How did you know that, Bright Cellars? Oh my god. Orange blossoms. My Gam Gam used to call me her little orange blossom. How did you know that, Bright Cellars? How did you know that? Bright Cellars is offering 50% off your first box. That's
50%?
Just $53. That is a lot of wine.
That is a steal, Alex.
But hey, you gotta be.
But what's the code?
21 or older to order, okay? No kids.
I'm good.
No kids. Wine's for adults.
Yeah, no kids.
Adults like me.
No
Just
kids
go to the link on
allowed.
the screen to get your 50% off. Now that I've drinking my wine, I will begin the theory.
Use code Alex Bale. Get yourself some alcohol. Get faded on a Friday, baby.
One of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob
I'm ordering
is the
right after
season 3
this.
episode Crabborg. SpongeBob watches a scary robot movie, then gets super paranoid about robots taking over, and even kidnaps Mr. Krabs.
Before we get into this, right? Before we get into this, here's my question. How do robots be functioning under the sea? Think about it. The iPhone's only been waterproof for like 5 years now, dude, okay? And robots been booling in Bikini Bottom for quite some time now. So how the hell have they had the functional capabilities of surviving under the sea without us frying their motherboards?
One of my favorite episodes of SpongeBob is the season 3 episode
There's a lot of
Crabborg.
questions here.
SpongeBob watches a scary robot movie, then gets super paranoid about robots taking over, and even kidnaps Mr. Krabs.
Classic episode.
You think I'm a robot?
Classic.
We don't think, we know.
It's a really funny episode, but I can't help but wonder
Beep,
if
beep,
SpongeBob's
boop, beep.
fears might be a bit more justified than we thought. In the episode SB129, we get our first glimpse of the future of Bikini Bottom, 2,000 years later.
Okay, what's going on here? Why is everything...
It's everything chrome.
Everything is chrome in the future.
We see a world...
Dude, that's what my layer is gonna look like. Dude. That's what my castle, my kingdom is gonna look. It's gonna be all chromed out, dude.
Is everything chrome?
As soon as I take over.
Chrome in the future.
We see a world covered in chrome, where everyone has been replaced with robotic people.
SpongeBob, is that you?
SpongeBob? No! I am Spongetron.
And this isn't the only time we see a future full of robots. In the Season 7 episode Back to the Past, SpongeBob time travels to an alternate future where Man Ray takes over, and once again, people have been replaced by robots. And then, in the second SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, there's a deleted scene where SpongeBob and Plankton go to the future and see this.
We did it! I wonder when we are. Excuse me, sir. Do you know what year this is?
That's not my SpongeBob.
Cyborgs? We didn't go back in time. We went front in time.
And there's even foreshadowing in episodes that take place in the present. In the Krusty Krab training video, we hear this.
Well, luckily for you, Mr. Krab's fear of robot overlords keeps the balance of technology.
Oh my
in check.
gosh!
And in Insecurity Guards, we can see an exhibit that clearly shows the evolution of SpongeBob eventually getting taken over by robots.
Oh my gosh!
So there seems to be a lot of evidence for the future.
So the future, we are doomed, basically. This is the inevitable, bro. The prophecy foretells a future of robot overlords, dude. This is bad. This is awful.
Bikini Bottom
If they can infiltrate Bikini Bottom, then they can infiltrate us too.
being taken over by robots. But honestly, why does any of this matter? I mean, robots ruling the world is a pretty common depiction of the future in lots of different media. And even if this is the canonical future of the show, it's at the very least thousands of years in the future. It's not like we can already see this robot invasion happening in present-day Bikini Bottom, right? Here's an
Karen. Karen is literally an Alexa on wheels, bro. Think about it. It's already starting.
interesting question about SpongeBob.
And the robot from the Weenie Hut.
That's always bothered me. Why are there so many robots in the show? And I'm not talking about Sandy or Plankton's inventions. It makes sense for them to have robots since they're both genius inventors. But why do hospitals and office buildings and amusement parks and Weenie Hut Juniors and many, many more places have such advanced robots? I mean, let's ignore the fact that they're underwater and robots wouldn't really make sense down here. Bikini Bottom isn't like a super advanced society, right? You wouldn't really say that they have much futuristic technology, except when it comes to robots. But why? And what's even stranger is that there are many, many instances where these robots suddenly turn evil. The first time I really started to notice this was in the Season 7 episode Tunnel of Glove. SpongeBob and Pearl get trapped in a Glove World boat ride that's full of animatronics. Patrick tries to set them free by breaking into the control room, but accidentally causes all the animatronics to suddenly turn evil and attack SpongeBob.
Dude, it's inevitable, I'm telling you. These robots...
Now, this is a pretty basic cartoon trope. Someone accidentally breaks the controls, then the robot malfunctions and turns evil. This isn't really all that weird for SpongeBob.
I'm telling you.
What's strange about this is that
It's all fun and games until the Roomba starts to suck you up, dude.
Doesn't break any controls. He hits a button labeled animatronic override, and that's what causes the robots to turn evil.
I'll just gingerly lean on this wall. Huh?
They aren't malfunctioning. The robots were intentionally designed to have a button that makes them attack people. But why?
You're
Then, in the
right!
episode Good Neighbors, Squidward just...
You're What is that button there? Dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you about these. There's nothing good coming out of these robots.
Squidward discovers a flyer for a home security system that's suspiciously free, despite it clearly being very advanced. After he sets it up, his house suddenly grows arms and legs and starts destroying Bikini Bottom.
Wow, Squidward's house is destroying the neighborhood.
Now, to be fair, this was a malfunction caused by SpongeBob, but why would a simple home security system have giant arms and legs? I mean, the malfunction didn't create them, they were clearly already installed. They eventually do manage to stop the house, but what's really creepy about this is that we can still see signs of Squidward's house being sentient after this episode. Then, in the Season 11 episode Krusty Cleaners, SpongeBob and Patrick go to an office building and encounter a trash cleaning robot. The robot immediately attacks them for causing a mess.
Oh! My rump is roasting!
But this time, there's no malfunction that causes this. It's working exactly as intended.
It's a murder death robot designed to curb littering, dude.
Does the trash robot have a buzzsaw?
Maybe the ice, maybe the polar ice caps wouldn't be melting if we had more of these, if I'm being honest, dude. I gotta give credit to this one, at least.
And a literal laser cannon, but it also turns all of the nearby machines into killer robots to help hunt down SpongeBob and Patrick. So, where are all these
literally
places getting these super
Transformers,
advanced
dude.
robots?
Somebody call in Optimus Prime and roll out the Autobots, dude.
And more importantly, why are they all being programmed to suddenly turn evil? This is a question that stumped me for a while, until I watched the season 11 episode, My Leg. This is the episode where I truly realized there was an actual conspiracy theory here, and not just cartoon antics. It's
when did they make an episode for Fred? What the hell? This is news to me. What episode is that?
Why are they all being programmed to suddenly turn evil? This is a question that stumped me for a while.
It's one of the most iconic characters in the entire show when you see him for 4 seconds.
Until I watched the season
There's a whole
11
episode.
My Leg. This is the episode where I truly realized there was an actual conspiracy theory here, and not just cartoon antics. It's time we finally find out who is behind the robot invasion.
I bet it's Plankton. Plankton was the evil mastermind behind the robots in Battle for Bikini Bottom, dude. So I wouldn't doubt it if it was Plankton.
Finally find out who is behind the robot invasion.
You know what? Oh, those are some lovely butterflies. A giant tentacle monster! Oh, don't do it, Alex. It's not worth it.
Hey, I'm still serious about you leaving this house. It's not that I don't appreciate everything you've done for me, it's just...
You haven't paid rent.
Want very different things.
You cheated on...
You know, I don't want it to come to this, but I will use force if I have to, so you better go.
Don't answer it. Do not answer the door. Do not answer the door, dude. If I'm a grown man, and if I'm home alone and somebody knocks at the door, I hide underneath my bed, dude. Dude, you should take some advice. Do not open that door. There's nothing but violence behind that.
The episode My Leg focuses on the reoccurring gag of this one fish always injuring his leg throughout the show.
My leg! My leg! My leg!
At one point in the episode, he goes to a hospital and meets a robot that works there. It's just a small throwaway gag. The robot never turns evil or does anything strange.
Don't take my leg! Don't take my leg!
But there's something awfully familiar about the robot's design. Let's go all the way back to the season 3 episode Plankton's Army, which opens with Plankton trying to steal the Krabby Patty's secret formula with a robot disguise.
You never know what trick he'll use to steal me secret Krabby Patty formula.
What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
These robots have an uncanny similarity, right down to the same tie. Okay, but maybe...
So it is Plankton! Stop, dude!
Maybe we could just chalk this up to the showrunners being lazy and reusing assets. But SpongeBob has always had a pretty diverse amount of robot designs throughout the show. And it's not like this is a direct copy-paste either. They went to the effort to redesign the face and colors, but it was still clearly based on Plankton's robot. So, here's my theory. Plankton has built many robots to try and steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, but I think after he fails to do so, he doesn't just throw them away. He redesigns the robots and then gives them to different businesses in Bikini Bottom with—
So I was right, dude! It is Plankton! Big brain! I keep telling you!
the intention to one day use them to take over the world once he has enough in place. I mean, we know what Plankton really wants isn't the secret formula, it's to rule the world.
I will rule the world!
And there's even the video game, Battle for Bikini Bottom, where Plankton tried to take over using an army of robots. So, this theory doesn't seem too far-fetched for Plankton's character, but we're gonna need a lot more evidence if we're gonna prove he's the one behind all the robots in Bikini Bottom. So, let's get started. In the season 3 episode, No Weenies Allowed, we see a robot working at a place called Weenie Hut Juniors.
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon twist, weenie?
And while it doesn't resemble any of the robots...
Think about it, imagine getting called a weenie by a weenie, dude. That makes you a double weenie.
Cola with a lemon twist, weenie.
And then you deserve to get bullied.
Any of the robots we've seen Plankton make, does that voice sound familiar to you?
Would you care for another Diet Cola with a lemon twist? What a quaint restaurant. I think I will sample their wares.
And again, it's not like this is the default robot voice we hear in SpongeBob. There are many different voices the show has used for robot characters.
What a quaint restaurant.
Greetings, I am Robo 2.1.
No threat detected. This is very uncomfortable.
Leave my father alone!
But here, they specifically recreated the voice from Plankton's robot. Let's go back to Glove World for a second. In the control room, we see a machine on the wall that looks shockingly like SpongeBob. So much so that Patrick even mistakes him for it. We know Plankton has built a SpongeBob robot before, and Welcome to the Chum Bucket, maybe he repurposed it here inside of Glove World. In Krusty Cleaners, the trash robot also has a striking resemblance to Plankton's robot in the Season 9 episode Eek and Urchin. In the Season 5 episode The Patty Gadget, Squidward tries to get SpongeBob fired by replacing him with a machine that creates Krabby Patties for free. But it's never explained where Squidward got this machine. Now, it doesn't resemble anything we've seen Plankton make, but a staple in a lot of Plankton's inventions is having them resemble his likeness, especially with one eye in the middle, and that's exactly what we see with the Patty Gadget. And the patties it makes are terrible, which would make sense for something Plankton made. In the episode
Plankton is trying to live my dream, dude, spreading his genius all across the globe to every corner of the earth, seen by every walks of life, dude.
Like Glitters,
I admire that.
A super advanced talking spatula.
Minus the robots, of course.
At your service.
But in the episode Evil Spatula, we find out Plankton has a whole collection of advanced spatulas just like this one, and even tries to trick SpongeBob into taking a talking spatula. It seems like no matter where we turn, we can find a connection between the technology in Bikini Bottom and Plankton. But if you remember in those glimpses of the future, the world isn't just ruled by robots. They've actually replaced all the existing citizens with robot copies.
I am SpongeTron.
And believe it or not, this is also something we can already see happening in Bikini Bottom today.
Stop.
Get ready to see how far this robot invasion
Stop.
has really gone.
Stop! Stop!
Hey, Victoria, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'll answer the door for her, bro.
Around, thought I'd stop by. Can I come in? Or
Inside? No, it's not a good time right now.
In all honesty, it kind of seems like you're going through something. I just wanted to check in on you.
I appreciate that. It's just,
That's what I call a true ride or die, bro. She is for the gang. Checking up on the mentals of your peoples, dude. That's gang. That's twin 'em.
I just wanted to check in on you.
I appreciate that. It's just, I'm fine. You know, it's just the SpongeBob stuff has been keeping me really busy. I'm a little stressed about that, and
there's a giant tentacle monster trying to kill him. Yeah.
Really weird. You're not answering your phone. You're living in total darkness. Can you just talk to me? What's going on?
Okay, fine. Okay, we can talk. Just not here.
Fine. Do you want to get coffee or something?
Sure, fine. Yeah. I gotta put something away. Just stay right here.
I'll go get coffee with you. Trust no one. I already don't!
We know Plankton has tried to turn people into robots before.
SpongeBob, come in here. Or should I say Robot Bob?
But he gave up after SpongeBob was too annoying.
You've got to take that yellow nightmare back. It's not worth it.
But I don't think this was his only attempt. In the Season 11 episode, The Checkup, SpongeBob and Squidward are trying to give Mr. Krabs a health checkup by testing his pinching reflexes.
Okay, I brought plenty of things for Mr. Krabs to pinch. A pinch of salt.
And one of the things they have him pinch is a baby.
A baby's cheek. Lucky that was a robot baby.
Some random baby just turned out to be a robot, and it's never explained why. That's weird even for SpongeBob. But things get even more interesting when we go back to Season 9 in the episode Plankton's Pet, where Plankton tries to steal a Krabby Patty using the exact same purple baby as a robot disguise.
diabolical fiend.
Oh my god!
I can't believe this is working.
And we're not even done yet. If we go even further back to the
Dude, so
season 5
Plankton
episode,
is literally like... The Plankton is literally like Steve Jobs if he was a fish, bro. If he was a single-celled organism living deep in the depths on the ocean floor, bro. He's just a technological mastermind who's spread his technology to everywhere, bro.
with Goo Goo Gas, we can actually see the exact moment where Plankton gets the idea to turn the baby into a robot.
Why, you're so tiny and helpless, I could take your formula whenever I wanted to, and you couldn't do a thing about it.
That's it! Finally, victory will be mine!
Now, in the episode, it's implied that this is just him getting the idea to turn everyone into babies to steal the formula, but isn't it crazy how it also perfectly lines up with the purple baby fish suddenly turning into a robot in future episodes? Now, there's another fish who's always been very suspicious.
Dude, Plankton took up taxidermy, bro! Stuffed a baby skin with robot parts, bro!
The
That is
strangely
wild!
realistic news anchor fish.
Stop.
Bikini Bottom is abuzz over the identity of a mysterious
Stop.
flying man who helps people. Who knows what superhero act of courage he'll astound us with next?
In a show full of cartoon characters, why is he the only realistic one? In fact, I made a whole theory about how there are evolved cartoony fish that can talk, and primitive realistic fish who can't. But as many people have pointed out, the one exception to this is the realistic news anchor fish. Well, if you ask me, he looks a lot like one of those animatronic singing fishes.
The ones that sing!
Especially the way he mechanically moves his mouth and how we only ever see one side of him. So, already a pretty strong indication that he might be a robot, but there's also something familiar about his voice.
What kind of cruel, careless, evil person? I'll canvass all the seediest lowbrow dives in town.
That's right, he has the same voice as Plankton. And if you're gonna take over the world, then you're definitely gonna want to control the media. But how exactly is...
Dude, that's genius! That is what I call evil genius. I look up to Plankton, honestly. In all honesty, dude, that's...
replacing these
wow.
robots. Well, I think the season 10 episode
Whirly Brains
gives us an important clue. In this episode, suddenly a new toy becomes extremely popular in Bikini Bottom, the Whirly Brain.
Just flip your lid, attach the propeller, and watch your brain soar hundreds of feet into the air.
Excuse me? What is this? Is psychotic. This has gotta be some type of human rights violation. What the hell is this?
Flip your lid, attach the propeller, and watch your brain soar hundreds of feet.
Who made this? Hasbro, dude? What the? This is
It's
insane.
a weird episode. So people are actually voluntarily attaching devices to their brains
That is
and ripping them out of their bodies.
freaky.
No one thinks that this is suspicious. If you ask me, this seems like the perfect way to replace someone with a robot. Remember, in Welcome to the Chum Bucket, Plankton told us how he turns people into robots.
I'll be forced to remove your brain and implant it in my robot chef.
By
Oh, dude, this is wild, bro. Stop!
removing their brains. But
my brain is gonna get removed here eventually, dude. I don't have much of a brain left with all the damage it's sustaining. Dude.
is there any proof that he's the one behind the Whirly Brain toys? Let's take a look at the new SpongeBob prequel, The Patrick Star Show.
Get this out of my
Once in a
face,
while,
dude.
The show cuts to this stop-motion parody of Frankenstein with Plankton, and he actually uses Whirly Brains to conduct his experiments. It's not super clear how this all connects to the main show. I mean, we do see Patrick interact with the stop-motion Plankton at some point, so they're at least in the same universe, but regardless, it's still a solid connection. We see another head-based
Dude.
gadget in the season 11 episode Bottle.
Dude, and the
This is
brains
still a
have
solid
eyes!
We see another
Dude, that's like...
head-based gadget in the
My brain hurts. I'm feeling pain in my brain.
season 11 episode Bottle Burglars, an invisible helmet being advertised in a magazine for only 99 cents. And in the same episode, we see Plankton using
The
the
bargain.
exact same helmet.
Crabs will never see me coming in Vizos.
Now, maybe this is just implying that he bought the helmet from the magazine, but that doesn't really line up with what we know about Plankton as an inventor. Plus, I can't see them selling a tiny version of the helmet just for Plankton. Seems a lot more likely that Plankton created the helmet and is selling them to the people of Bikini Bottom, possibly as a way to create more robots. Alright, so we're starting to get a pretty clear—
So are you saying that only Plankton's is actually invisibility? And then that the rest of them are like in the Spongebob movie? When they had the buckets on their head and it turned them into involuntary servants?
Your idea of how Plankton plans on turning the citizens of Bikini Bottom into robots. But there is one more character that I believe has already been secretly assimilated into a robot.
Karen! Karen.
Some random background character either. It's one of the main characters in SpongeBob.
It's Karen.
This final part of the robot invasion theory is going to completely change the way you look at the entire show. Are you ready? Because
Stop.
This is the Patrick Star theory.
You're playing with me, right? This is a joke, right? Patrick is a robot. This is a great troll. You can't be for real, right? I can't do any more of these Patrick theories, but after what I see from the theorizer and him being a psychopath, dude, I can't handle any more Patrick theories. Now you're telling me that he's a robot? Gary.
Shit.
Oh!
Victoria?
It's escaped! We're not safe! We are not safe! There's a demon running on the loose, dude! Oh, no!
Victoria! Victoria!
And you took Victoria? Oh, no! Nah, you're not about to take Victoria away from me, dude! Stop, bro. Stop. Stop!
Now, I fully realize saying Patrick is a robot is a very bold claim.
Very!
But hold your judgments till the end. By far, the most requested
I'm already
theory I get
judging.
on this channel is to cover Patrick Star, and more specifically, his—
Can you make a theory on Patrick being a psychopath and acting dumb when he is really intelligent? Wonder where I heard that from! Can you do the real origins of Patrick because he used to be smart? Wonder where I heard that from, dude. It's very interesting, Adventures. What makes you think that, dude? If only there was another psychopath, another absolute madman, a mad scientist here who makes a series of videos surrounding the origins of Patrick. Only one of those existed, dude.
Inconsistent intelligence. Throughout the entire show, there are these little moments where Patrick suddenly says something smart.
I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And then immediately goes back to being dumb.
It's a bar!
There's so many examples of this happening that many people have actually—
There it is!
There's so many—
Right here! Go watch it! Go watch, I think it's 3 videos, maybe 6, dude. Theorizer's a psycho. Go watch those, dude.
examples
Watch
of this
them.
happening
And spank his like and sub, dude.
that many people
And
have
spank Alex like and sub.
actually
And
made
then
their own
spank
theories
me.
about it. Is Patrick secretly a genius and just pretending to be dumb? Does he have a secret split personality?
I diagnosed Patrick Star with trauma-induced anxiety-triggered spontaneous—
Did the crossover event of the century, baby. Put this in the history books. A theorizer in an Alex Vale video? Dude, let's fucking go, bro. This is better than the entire Marvel crossover and Endgame, dude. Stop playing with me.
Secret split personality?
I diagnosed Patrick Star with
Let's go.
trauma-induced anxiety-triggered spontaneously duplicative multi-intellectual DID with—
But this is bad, dude. Once the collab happens, bro, it's over, dude. The world's gonna implode in on itself, and the universe will cease to exist.
with additional paranoid schizophrenic delusions of a mental
letting you know.
multiverse.
Maybe, but I've come to a bit of a different conclusion. Have you ever noticed how every time we see Patrick try to think, there's either sparks or smoke coming out of his head?
speaking again.
And almost every time we see inside of Patrick's head, it's represented with gears or some kind of machinery. Now, we're supposed to assume that this is just a cartoony way to visualize thought, but what's strange is just how consistent they are with it. And even stranger, none of the other characters' thoughts are visualized this way.
Just got an order from the boss. Dump everything that isn't about fine dining.
And breathing.
Happy Gland is forced to take shelter in the recesses of his mind.
It's only Patrick who seems to have this robotic association with him. And just look at how detailed they are with it. While Patrick's head is sparking in Rule of Dumb, if you look closely, you can see a spring pop out of him, and even a hole left behind by the spring. That is such a small detail that no one would notice unless you were going frame by frame. And if this is just supposed to be a metaphor inside of Patrick's head, how come SpongeBob clearly sees the spring come out? Okay, so let's entertain the idea for a moment that Patrick might be some sort of robot.
Dude, I'm about to have a spring fly out of my brain, dude. I can't keep... Can we stop doing this? Like, when does this come to an end, dude? When does this, I swear to God, dude, as light-skinned Sherlock Holmes, I'm putting an end to this, dude. The Muse cannot continue this much longer, bro. I can't.
How would he have gotten converted, and why does this cause him to randomly become smart every once in a while? Well, I looked at all the scenes where Patrick suddenly does something smart, and I noticed a bit of a pattern. There are two different types of these moments. There are times when we think he's saying something intelligent.
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
But then it's revealed he's not actually being smart. This doesn't contradict his character at all. Patrick is someone who doesn't see himself as dumb, so there's lots of times when he tries to be smart, but he fails.
Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
Right?
But there are also moments where he actually does do something undeniably smart.
Wait a minute, Squidward. They might be onto something.
We could filter the CO2 through our ballast tanks, refire the engines, and ride the shockwave out of here.
Wow. He's right.
But then he immediately acts oblivious to the fact that he was being smart.
We're going through with your plan, Patrick. Yay!
What plan?
So, I kept track of these two different types of moments, and it seems like after season 3 is when he suddenly switches from pretending to be smart to actually having these smart moments. And this switch perfectly lines up with the season 4 episode, Patrick's Smarty Pants. In this episode, Patrick falls off a cliff and gets his head knocked off. SpongeBob accidentally replaces his head with some brain coral, which makes him become a genius.
I find all this laughter to be highly illogical.
In the end, they switch back to his normal head and Patrick goes back to his usual stupid self. But take a closer look at the scene when he first puts on the brain coral.
Here's your head.
Now, many people have interpreted these gears with cobwebs as a metaphor for Patrick's brain never being used until now, but these gears are not from Patrick's brain.
They're from the...
His brain came off during the fall, which means these gears are entirely from the brain coral. And at the end of the episode, when they remove the brain coral, we can still see the electrical plug attached to it. We are no longer seeing a metaphorical representation inside of someone's head. We are seeing this plug from an outside perspective. The brain coral is just like the Whirly Brains, a robotic device that plugs into your brain to control you. Isn't it convenient that Patrick just happened to land next to a pile of coral that looked identical to his head? Is it possible that Plankton saw this as an opportunity to add another victim to his robot invasion? But after Patrick removed it, he went back to normal, right? He completely stopped Plankton's plan, right? Well, one season later, in the episode Sing a Song of Patrick, Patrick attempts to use his brain again, and we see the exact same gears inside of his head.
Come on, you stupid brain! Work!
Oh my God!
The creators went out of their way to recreate the exact placement of all the gears from the...
Nah, dude, stop!
Brain coral, which means the head Patrick put on at the end of Patrick's Smarty Pants was not his head.
My whole life is not real! Everything I've known and loved as a small child is nothing but broken dreams and empty promises. I am empty on the inside.
It was another piece of robotic brain coral, but it seems like for whatever reason, this brain coral isn't as effective as the first one, and he's only able to have rare moments of genius. In the season 12 episode, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout, Patrick
maybe it was damaged during the removal.
Has another one of his smart moments.
That's why it's malfunctioning.
It's almost time for me to take SpongeBob on that tour so you guys can decorate his house.
But this moment in particular is very interesting because Plankton is actually there to witness it. And take a guess how Plankton responds to him.
Yeah, I guess even a broken moron can be right once a day.
He calls Patrick a broken moron.
Oh my God!
Patrick is a
he knows Patrick! Oh, he knows Patrick's like a dropped iPhone with the shattered screen, bro. It's never gonna be the same.
In one of his experiments. And if you still don't believe me, in the newest episode of season 13, the Goofy Scooper,
you gotta put him in rice, dude!
We get this scene.
This stinks. I wanted to go backstage for an autograph.
Plankton was here. Yes, he certainly was. And that is the robot invasion theory. Thank you very much.
Oh my God! Plankton, you evil, diabolical genius, bro. Nah, dude, this is insane. What, dude, bro? Dude, that's so... Dude, stop.
Okay, robot invasion theory done.
Ooh.
Hey, we just passed 500,000 subscribers.
That's
Thank you guys.
500?
Invasion theory done. Hey, we just passed 500.
No. 500K subscribers? No. 500,000 victims. Let's fucking go, Alex.
Subscribers. Thank you guys so
Let's
much.
go.
This is honestly a dream
Well
come true
deserved.
For me. I mean, I've always wanted
Very
to have this
well.
many people watching me for SpongeBob theories. You guys wouldn't like all immediately unsubscribe and leave me if I stop making these,
Hell,
right?
I got you, bro.
Thanks again for watching.
This
I've been your
is
host,
Geek Gang.
SpongeBob Guy. I will see you. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Where's Victoria?
Where is she?
Do not give me the silent treatment right now.
What did you do to her?
I swear to God, if you did something, I'll...
Oh my God!
Victoria, where were you?
I was using your bathroom. Why the fuck are you pointing a knife at me?
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, you cannot be here right now.
No, I am not leaving until you tell me what's going on.
Listen, I promise I will explain
She's
everything to
okay.
you later. You cannot be in here.
Why are you so afraid of me being in your house?
Victoria, I promise you, this is not the time. We have to leave right now.
Your muse isn't gonna eat me!
What? 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 What?
What? You mean the big tentacle monster in my basement?
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
How do you know about that?
I have one too.
What?
What?
What? There's another one! Dude, this is just this is just making my job a whole lot harder, dude, okay? I thought I was investigating the one muse. Now I've got to investigate two, bro. Nah, dude. Dude, I swear to God, this is only gonna end one way, okay? Light-skinned James Bond, hanging from a helicopter strapped with an Uzi, swings in, busts through the window, and it's a one-on-one brawl to the death, dude. A final showdown, bro. This is it, dude. What is happening? Spongebob! I think he's got something to do with this. Spongebob is involved. Somebody named Spongebob, you can't trust them. Dude, bro, the theory, okay, we know, yeah, the theory is insane. The theory is wild. The theory fries my brain like a short-circuiting motherboard, dude, okay? The robot theory was crazy, dude. Bravo, well done with that. But this muse is just causing problem after problem after problem after problem. But I promise, mark my words, I will take care of this.